Hello dear viewers, hope you all are doing good. Welcome to Zenzi Education, where we explore everything commerce. I am Shana Quad, help you to make your concepts easier. So today we are studying chapter 1 of class 12, Statistics, Vital Statistics. So far in this chapter we have covered about measurement of population and everything about fertility. If you have missed this video, attaching the link in the description box, please go through it. So today we will be looking into a problem which involves all fertility rates, and then we will be looking into our next concept, reproduction rates. So let's get started. Okay, so here I have a problem which states from the following information, compute CBR, that is growth birth rate, GFR, general fertility rate, and ASFR, age specific fertility rate. So information like age, male population, female population, and live birth is given. If you see, live birth is nil for 3 age groups because live birth occurs to women of childbearing age from 15 to 49 only, right? So first let us solve or look into the problem CBR. Write down calculation of CBR and let us first write down formula related to it. So CBR is equal to total live birth in a year divided by average population in a year into 1000, right? So when we are calculating CBR, we do not differentiate between population. We take into consideration both male and female population, right? So let's first total up the information. Live birth total will be, so live birth is 11,413, and we will add up the population 1,74,000 plus 1,79,000 into 1000. So what will be the total answer? 32.33. So CBR is 32.33. Next, we are calculating GFR. What is the formula for GFR? Summation. So formula for GFR is birth for age group 15 to 49, female population into 1000. Here birth total is again 11,413 and only female population of childbearing age, so 49 only. Only this 3 information must be taken because female population of childbearing age. So 35 plus 38 plus 28. So total is 1,01,000 into 1000. Here again the total is 113. So GFR is 113, right? Next, ASFR. What is the formula of our ASFR? Live birth. So ASFR we calculate for particular age groups, right? So here we will have a column for ASFR. Live birth in a specific age group in a year divided by female population in that year into 1000 in that specific age group, right? Always ASFR, let us calculate at least for one age group. So from 15 to 24, live birth is 6846 divided by 35,000 into 1000. So ASFR will be 195.6 for 15 to 24. So similarly, let's calculate for other two age groups too. So for next age group, it's 102.4, and for the 40 to 49, it's 24.3. So this is ASFR for particular age group. What did we do? The question was to solve CBR, GFR and ASFR. CBR, total live birth by average population. There is no differentiation between male and female. So we added up both and we found the crude birth rate is 32.33. Whereas GFR, it's general fertility rate, and here we only consider female population of childbearing age. So live birth is 11,413 by female population of childbearing ages 1,01,000 into 1,000. So GFR is 130. Whereas ASFR is live birth in a specific age group in a year. For that, total female population in that specific age group only. So for 15 to 24, it will be 6846 divided by 35,000 into 1,000, it was 195.6. Similarly, we calculated all the ASFR. Let us look if we can calculate TFR. TFR is nothing but 5 into summation of quinquenal ASFR. Okay. Quinquenal ASFRs. What is the meaning of quinquenal? The age group, the ASFRs, when age group is width of 5, right? But here the width isn't 5, it is unequal. So TFR cannot be calculated. Okay, yes, but if we are calculating TFR is 5 into summation quinquenal. So we will add down all the ASFRs and we will multiply it with 5. That will be our total fertility rate. So this was a sum which involved all the 3 fertility rates, and we looked into how we have to consider what aspect and which data for each calculation of each fertility rate. I hope this is clear. If you have any query related to this fertility rates, you can drop it in the comment section and I'll try to solve it as soon as possible. Now let us look into our next concept, that is reproduction rates. Now let's look into our next concept, that is reproduction rate. Why do we use this reproduction rate is that so far when we were studying about fertility rates, we were studying about how many live birth is occurring in a population of 1,000 individuals, right? There were no differentiation like whether the live birth was in female or in the male, right? Now if you imagine if there are more of male birth, then in the long term the population will decrease, right? If there is more of female birth, in the long term the population will increase. That is what we will study in reproduction rate. It is one of the measure of growth of population. Measure of growth of population. There are 2 types of reproduction rate. That is gross reproduction rate also GRR, gross reproduction rate. The other one is net reproduction rate. Net reproduction rate, NRR. Fine. First let's look into GRR. What is this gross reproduction rate? So this is a measure of fertility rate which accounts for future mothers. GRR does not take mortality into consideration. Mortality is not, okay, let me write it. Mortality is not considered. Fine, mortality is not considered. So what it is a sum of annual WSFR of entire reproduction span, okay, without mortality. Without Mortality. Very important. So GRR is the sum total of annual WSFR for entire reproduction. So what is GRR ka formula is I into summation WSFR. I into summation WSFR. What is this I? I is magnitude of age class or age group. Magnitude of age group. WSFR is women specific fertility rate. Same as we just looked into age specific fertility rate. And this is calculated by birth by female population into 1000. Okay, again summation 49 to 15, female population of childbearing age, right? So WSFR full form is women specific fertility rate, and formula for GRR is I into WSFR. WSFR is female birth from age 49 to 15 and female population of 49 to 15 into 1000. This reproduction rate has advantages like it compares fertility of different areas. Okay. Let's quickly solve one of the problem related to GRR and then let's look into what is NRR. So here we have a problem related to GRR which says calculate GRR and there are age group given like 15 to 19. Here again it's only about childbearing age, the age of the female, and it's only about female birth and female population. So age group, okay, like female birth. Okay, so age group is 15 to 19, 20 to 24. If you see, the age group has quinquenal, which has 5 age group. The width is 5. So this is a quinquenal data. Next, female population data is given and only female birth data is given. What they have asked us to calculate GRR. Calculation of GRR will be our heading. So I into summation WSFR. Right? Now what is I? I will be 5 because the magnitude of our age group. Right? What is WSFR? Female birth, right? And female population into 1000. So we have to calculate for particular age groups. WSFR for 15 to 19 age group will be 20, right? Birth is 20, population is 1000 into 1000. So it will be 20. So WSFR will be 20, right? Next, WSFR for age group 20 to 24. Birth is 60, whereas population is how much? 900 into 1000. So it 66.7. So let us similarly calculate WSFR for all the age groups. Now that we have calculated WSFR for all the age groups, let us substitute in our formula. What is GRR? I into summation WSFR. I is 5, right? 5 into summation WSFR, in the sense we have to take summation of this column. Summation is 270.4, right? So 5 into 270.4, which accounts to GRR is equal to, which accounts to, so it will be 1352, right? GRR is 1352. But we are calculating growth of population. This population or this female birth is for entire 1000 individuals, because WSFR we calculated for 1000 individuals, right? So GRR per women will be equal to 1352 divided by 1000, which accounts to 1.352. Correct? Very important point to remember in GRR is that we have to give a conclusion whether the population is growing, constant, or is decreasing. Whenever if GRR is more than 1, population is increasing, right? If GRR is equal to 1, population is constant. Fine. If GRR is less than 1, population is decreasing. In this case, 1.352, whereas GRR is more than 1, correct? So, population is increasing. Okay, so this is the end of our problem. We have to just look into that. First, the formula for GRR is I into summation WSFR. I stands for magnitude of age groups, which is 5 here. WSFR is nothing but live birth of female of age, childbearing age, of female population of childbearing age into 1000. If you see, everything of childbearing age only is given. So we accounted it. We have calculated it for specific age groups WSFR. We have totaled it, summation. We substituted it into this formula and we got GRR as 1352. Then GRR per women will be 1352, that is 1352 divided by 1000, which accounts for 1.352, which is greater than 1. So since GRR is greater than 1, population is increasing. I hope you got the flow of the sum. Like what did we do and how do we have to do it? This conclusions is very important. If GRR is more than 1, population is increasing. If GRR is equal to 1, the population is constant throughout the year. Less than 1, population is decreasing. It all depends upon the final answer which we get. And we have to write the statement, which is very important. If you have any confusion in this problem, you can put down in the comment section. I'll try to solve it as soon as possible. Now let's look into our next reproduction rate, that is NRR. Now let's look into our next reproductive rate, that is NRR, Net Reproduction Rate. Here when we were looking into GRR, we looked into that it takes into consideration current fertility, right? But without mortality, right? Now, when we are speaking of NRR, mortality is considered. It is the number of women who pass throughout their childbearing age, right? So what will be our formula for NNR is I into summation WSFR, fine, into S. Okay, here again I stands for magnitude of age group, fine. WSFR, as we just looked into, birth, okay, let me write, female birth by female population of childbearing age into 1000. Here S stands for survival rates. Survival rates. The procedure is same as we did for GRR. First we will calculate this much and then we will multiply it with S. That is survival rates. Here again conclusions are very important. If NRR is more than 1, population is increasing. If NRR is less than 1, population is decreasing. If NRR is equal to 1, population is constant. This is about NRR. GRR does not consider motility, whereas NRR consider motility. It accounts for the female which passes throughout her childbearing age. Formula will be I into summation WSFR into S, and these conclusions are very important. It's as same as GRR, which accounts that whether population is increasing, decreasing, or is constant for throughout the year. Again, NRR is advantageous because it takes into consideration both current motility and current fertility, and it's helpful in the comparison of fertility of two different areas. So let's look into a problem related to NRR. So now that we have information which asks us to calculate NRR, that is net reproduction rate. Here you see age group is given, and again here I will be 5 because the width of age groups is 5. Female population, female birth, and survival rates. Fine. So what is our formula for NRR? I into summation WSFR into S. Will be I 5. What will be WSFR? Female birth, female population into 1000. So let's calculate WSFR for one age group. That will be 15 to 19. Okay, which is 50 birth, population is 3000 into 1000. So our WSFR will be 16.68. Let's similarly calculate WSFR for all the age groups. Okay, so this is the WSFR for all the age groups. Now, if you look into the formula, it asks us to calculate summation of WSFR into S. Now, what WSFR we have calculated, we will multiply it with our survival rates, that is S. WSFR into S column. So, let's multiply 16.66 into 0.9, that will be 14.99. Similarly, 160 into 0.9, 144.00. 136.0.8, 109.08. Let's multiply it for all the columns. Now that we have multiplied WSFR into survival rates, let's take off the summation of this. That is summation of WSFR into S. Accounts to 356.56. Now we have got all the components of our formula, that is NRR is equal to I into summation WSFR into S. I will be 5. Summation of WSFR into S is 356.6. Right? Let's multiply and the total will be 1782.6. Right? NRR is 1782.6. This is again for 1000 females. For NRR per women, it will be 1782.6 divided by 1000, which will be around 1.78260. Right? Now, what will be the conclusion? Since NRR is 1.78, which is NRR is more than 1, right? Therefore, population is increasing. Okay? Since NRR is more than 1, population is increasing. What did we do in this problem? We had to calculate NRR, and NRR considers motility too. So we had an additional column, survival rate. Like we calculated WSFR in our GRR2, that will be female birth by female population into 1000. We calculated WSFR for specific age groups. Then we multiplied it with our survival rates. We had to take the summation. I stands for age group, width of age group, and we multiplied. And we got the answer that was for 1000 females. Therefore, NRR per woman will be 7.82, which is more than 1. So, population is increasing. If it was less than 1, population is decreasing, and if is equal to 1, population is constant throughout the period. Hope you have got what all we have covered in this video. we looked into the first problem where we tried to solve the problem related to all the mortality rates. And then we looked into reproduction rate, which is a measure of growth of population. There were two types, that is gross reproduction rate and net reproduction rate. One more thing to remember, NRR cannot exceed GRR. GRR will be always greater than NRR, right? Because it's a gross reproduction rate and NRR is net reproduction rate. So NRR cannot exceed GRR, and we had to look into conclusion where GRR or NRR, if it is more than 1, population is increasing, less than 1 is population decreasing, and if it is equal to 1, the population is constant throughout the period. So yeah, this is it for today's video. If you have any queries related to any of the problem which we have covered today, you can put down in the comment section. I'll reach out to you and solve your problem as soon as possible. And yes, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share this video with your fellow classmates. See you in the next video. Until then, happy learning.